They said the island vanished forever. But last night, I heard her voice again. In the silence of the sea, she whispered, ... come back. And when I looked down, I saw something moving beneath the waves, a shadow dancing in the pale moonlight. It was a pull, an undeniable summons from the deep that I couldn't ignore. For years, I had searched for any sign, any trace of what we lost that day. I'd sailed these waters until the stars became my only map, listening for a whisper that never came, until now. The air grew still, the world holding its breath, and in that profound quiet, the water rippled not from wind, but from a presence stirring below. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the low drone of the ocean. Was this madness? A trick of a lonely mind? Or was she truly there, waiting in the darkness? I had to know. I had to go back. The sea wasn't calm anymore. It pulsed, as if the entire ocean had a heartbeat, slow and powerful. A strange ethereal glow began to bleed up from the abyss, illuminating the water around my small boat. I checked my compass, its needle spinning wildly before locking on, pointing not north, not south, but straight down. It was defying every law of physics, every rule of navigation I had ever known. The light grew stronger, a beacon calling me into the deep, into the forgotten world I thought was lost to memory. Taking a deep breath, I plunged beneath the surface. The descent was surreal. The water wasn't cold, but hummed with a strange energy. Debris from a time long past drifted around me like silent ghosts, fragments of wood, tattered sails, all suspended in an underwater ballet. Glowing fish like scattered constellations swam in intricate patterns, guiding me deeper. And then, through the shimmering blue, I saw it. The faint outline of towers and spires, a city sleeping under the weight of the ocean, the lost world. The map of my memory was real, and it had led me home. There, in the dark heart of the ocean, nestled amongst the silent, colossal ruins, I saw her again. She was just as I remembered, yet entirely different. A spirit formed of pure light, her form ethereal and shifting, her long hair waving gently like smoke in the currentless water. She wasn't just a memory. She was here. Her light flickered, not with a welcoming warmth, but like a candle struggling against a coming storm. It pulsed with a sense of urgency, of deep-seated fear. She floated before me, her expression one of profound sadness and warning. And then I understood. This time, she wasn't calling me to her. She was warning me away. A deep, guttural rumble vibrated through the water, shaking the ancient stones around us. It wasn't the sound of the ocean, but of something trapped within it. A faint roar echoed from the abyss below, a sound of immense power and rage. Her light distorted, wavering as if being suppressed by an encroaching darkness. She was a lantern in the maw of a leviathan, and she was trying to tell me to flee before it woke. Something ancient was trapped down there, imprisoned beneath the city. Her warning came too late. The deep rumble intensified, the very sea floor beginning to tremble. Shadows, vast and undefined, shifted in the abyssal darkness beyond the ruins, moving with a terrifying purpose. I watched in horror as the ground beneath the lost city began to crack. Fissures of blinding light shot through the rock like lightning, releasing torrents of bubbles that rushed toward the surface. The island hadn't vanished. It hadn't been destroyed. It had sunk, dragged down into the depths to become a cage. And now the cage was breaking. With a deafening underwater explosion that threw me backward, a colossal shape began to emerge from the fractured earth. It was a form beyond comprehension, a titan of stone and shadow, stirring from a millennium of slumber. The city, her prison, was now her weapon. The island was waking up. She reached for me, her hand of light extending through the chaotic, churning water. As her fingers brushed against mine, the world froze. The rising beast, the crumbling ruins, the violent currents, everything stopped, suspended in a single, silent moment. And suddenly, I saw it all, not as a memory, but as if I were living it. I saw the island in its prime, vibrant and full of life. I saw the storm, a tempest not of nature but of dark magic that tore it from the world. I saw the shipwrecks, countless vessels drawn to their doom over the centuries, their crews becoming part of the island's spectral court. I saw the lost souls, tethered to this place, unable to move on. And I saw her, a guardian, bound to the city, holding back the ancient entity that slumbered beneath. It was a curse, a duty, a sacrifice. They were all waiting for release, for peace, for an end to their timeless vigil. A single red rose, glowing with an impossible light, appeared in her hand before a blinding white light consumed everything. When I woke up, I was lying on the deck of my boat, the morning sun warm on my face. The storm was gone. The sea was silent again, a placid sheet of glass reflecting the dawn. It was as if the entire night had been a fever dream, a hallucination born from grief and solitude. Was any of it real? The city, the entity, her warning. I sat up, my body aching, my mind a whirlwind of fragmented images. Had I imagined it all? But then I looked down at my hand. Clutched tightly in my fist was a single blue rose, its petals shimmering with a faint, otherworldly light. It wasn't red like in the vision, but a deep, oceanic blue. It was cold to the touch, yet it pulsed with a gentle energy, a whisper of life. It was real. She was real. The soft cries of gulls echoed overhead, and a gentle wind filled my sails. The world felt peaceful, but I knew it was a fragile peace. The rose in my hand was proof. The voice is silent now. I've listened for days, sailing under the open sky, but the sea keeps its secrets once more. There are no whispers, no ethereal lights beckoning me from the depths, only the endless horizon and the steady rhythm of the waves against my hull. It feels like the end of a chapter, but as my boat floats in the vast, empty ocean, something tells me this is far from over. I look down at the rose in my hand. In the fading light of dusk, its glow seems to be growing brighter, its soft blue light pulsing with a slow, steady beat. The sea isn't done with me yet. I can feel it. The gate is open, and what has been awakened will not go back to sleep.